Hey guys, I know it's been a hot minute. I have to do an update video sooner or later. I know, again, I don't look great, but I am unpacking. So one update, I did move like a month ago and I just haven't had time to film a video. A lot of things have happened in my life and it's just crazy. So what I'm doing right now, I'm actually finally unpacking all my eyeshadow palettes. So yeah, I thought maybe I should go through them and show you my eyeshadow collection while I have it out. Why not? So let me do that. Yeah, let's just get through it. My beauty room yet, because it kind of looks like a storage room right now. As you can see, we're still going through a lot of stuff, and just as you can see, it's just still not unpacked yet, just because we've been busy. But here's like a little snippet of what is looking like slowly but surely. And let me show you my eyeshadow collection now. Oh my gosh. All my eyeshadows, and then I still have some in here. So I'll go through them, and I did declutter some already before I moved. So these are all the ones that I'm keeping because I am still a hoarder and I still bought some stuff. So we'll do like a little review as well. Here are the ones that I've already unpacked. So these are the CoverGirl True Naked. They are loved because they are really good shadows. I did have this one before, but Walmart was having like a $10.88 like pack of makeup, which was really cool, and this came with it. I was gonna declutter it because I thought I had it, and I did have it, but I gave it to one of my sisters, and now it's in my hands again. So I have the nudes, the goldens, and the roses. Alright, and then I have the blush neutrals 26 color eyeshadows and blush palette from BH Cosmetics. My sister did give me this for Christmas. It's just a bunch of neutrals, and I do use this blush. This blush is so pretty. I don't know if you can see it. I don't have the best lighting, but it's really like pretty and good for everything else. I do love this palette as well. So also, BH Cosmetics is so cheap and so good. I love it. A next beloved palette is the Morphe 350 palette. I got this when it first came out. Like, I didn't miss the launch. It's really loved. It's old, but I keep it for memories, and I use a lot of these warm shades over here, and the metallics are good. This is like the only Morphe palette I own. Just because, I don't know why, I feel like sometimes it takes a long time to get shipped to us, or to me. I live in the United States, but it takes like 2 weeks. But this is the only one that I have. I don't have any other Morphe palette. I do have the Beauty Creations Olivia and Elsa palettes. I'm gonna be honest with you, I do not like these palettes. I am probably gonna give them away. Like, the colors are super pretty, beautiful, and like the shimmer colors, I don't know, let's see. Focus is not gonna focus for some reason, but the shimmer colors are so good. See, look at that, one swipe is really pretty, but when you get to the matte colors, they're chalky. They're so chalky. They're not even pigmented. Shimmer colors good, and then when you try to blend them out, they're not so good. So that's the Elsa one, and then the Olivia one. I did try to love this palette because they look so beautiful, but it's just not worth it. There's better palettes out there, and these Beauty Creation palettes weren't. They were just not good in my opinion. So just because I have other palettes that I love more and cheaper, so like the e.l.f. palettes, those are good, but these ones were so I might declutter them. This is a Soft Glow palette from Anastasia. It's not, hold on. It is a very loved, it is pigmented. I love Anastasia shadows. They're so good. And then, oh, here's a Beauty Killer palette. I don't use it very often, just, I don't know why, like the shadows and pigmentation is so good, but I just don't gravitate towards it. So, I do try to use it, there's just, I don't know, I just don't. I love the pigmentation and stuff, I think, because I have so much colors like this, besides this hot pink color, or this blue color, like the neutral colors. I'm not a colorful kind of person, but this is a pigmentation and quality is really good. My Lorlac palette, one of the first palettes I've ever gotten it. I keep it for keepsakes just because this is why I started my channel, was because of this palette and what inspired me for some reason. I love this palette. It's just a good palette to have. Pigmentation, beginner palette, great. This is the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette. I wanted this when it came out. I got it for Christmas, and it's loved. It's pretty loved. I love this palette. Not a lot of people liked it, but I did. The shimmer shade Pop is so pretty. Just like gives you a good inner corner like highlight and pop in the inner corner. Carly Bible palette, the OG palette. Before she came out with the like extended version. This is a really good palette, as you can tell. I used the crap out of it. Very good pigmentation. I'm not gonna stay long on these ColourPop eyeshadows because I own like when they all came out. So I own a lot of them. This is the, which one is this one? You Had Me at Hello, but I scratched it off. This can be a different video that says Luminaire or something, or Lumina. You know, the Conversary thing that they did, that it was originally Kathleen Light's palette, but I love this palette. It's pretty. I love all the ColourPop eyeshadow palettes. She palette, Dream Street palette. I love this palette. Is quite loved and used. The Little Pony palette, Cute AF palette, and then this ColourPop palette, I Think I Love You. They're all loved. I love them. The Too Faced and Kat Von D palettes. They're like this. Keep it for decoration. I don't really use it, only because, I don't know, I just don't use the colors in here. I'm a neutral person. Those are not neutral colors in my opinion. Let's see. And there's not a transition color in here. So yeah, it's just not my cup of tea, but I use it for their packaging because it's so cute. Alright. And then I have this Naked palette. This is the Naked Ultimate Basics. I asked for this for Christmas, but I may give it away only because the pigmentation isn't there. As you can tell, like I've scraped this to get some pigmentation off. Like you had to get the first layer, I don't know if you can see it, off of it. So that's what I had to do, but yeah, it's kind of chalky in my opinion. I don't know why. The other regular Naked palettes are fine, but this one, you know. This is a highlight palette from Nicole Guerrero. I love this palette, as you can tell, especially Forever Lit. That is my favorite highlighter. Yeah, I love Nicole Guerrero and Kathleen Lights are my top 2 favorite YouTubers. I'm honestly just grabbing handfuls of shadows in that box, so yeah. This is Studio Makeup on the Go. Let's see. It's a really good palette if you just like neutrals. This is a really good like on the go palette, like it says. I wish it had a mirror, but whatever. This is a good everyday makeup palette. Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. I love this palette so much. It is used and loved, so yep, I have nothing bad to say about it. The Urban Decay Electric palette. This is definitely a must for just a colorful look, just to have. Let's see. Yep, I love it so much. I dig into this for Halloween looks and like gay pride. I like to do a look like that every year. Hopefully I can do one this year because I have been busy, like I said, so this is definitely a must to have. Alright, these are face palettes from ColourPop. I have talked about these, so I'm not gonna really talk about them. I love all their face palettes, so it's good. This is a La Palette New L'Oreal with the purple hues on them. I love this palette. I like the nude one too. I gave that one to my sister though because I have a lot of neutral color palettes, as you can tell. So this one has all the purple ones in there. You can't really tell because my lighting isn't that great, but it's a good palette to have. The Lorlac Pro palette. I don't know which one this is, but this one is also loved, like my other Lorlac palette. This one's definitely a must to have, so yeah, I love these palettes. The Urban Decay Naked palette, which I don't really dive into. I mean, the pigmentation is great, but I just don't go into this palette. I just like the packaging. You'll see all my packaging, the palettes that I did keep after my move, is because mostly the packaging. The Naked 3 palette, which I love this palette. As you can see, it's well loved, especially, which one is that? Can't. Buzz. That's Buzz. I love Buzz. It's so pretty and metallic-y. It's definitely a must. This palette is a must. I love this palette. The Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. My sister gave me this because I wanted it. She gave it to me for my birthday, I believe. And also it smells delicious and the pigmentation is really good. I don't really go into this palette just because I try to go through all my palettes, like a different palette once a week. So this one kind of I forgot about, so I might go back to this palette this week or next week. And it smells delicious, so yeah. Alright, I have the La Mode Eyes palette. I love this palette. This was definitely my go-to palette for a while for those colors like that Monaco. And then the highlight shades, as you can see, I love the La Crescente, whatever. I'm not very good at, doing stuff. So, but this one is so pigmented, so pretty. If you wanted a highlight and you're fair, on the fair side, this is really pretty. The Smashbox palette. This is a holiday one, I think, on the rocks. I don't know why I keep it. I think because of the packaging, to be honest with you, and this jewel. They're pigmented. I just don't go for these colors because there's not a lot of like transition colors, just a bunch of shimmery colors. And I do like the packaging. So like I said, I keep a lot of my palettes for packaging. Take Me to Brazil, BH Cosmetics. My sister bought me this palette for Christmas. I don't really use colorful shades, but I might for like I said, gay pride, or when Halloween comes up. That's when I do a lot of colorful looks. So yep, I'm gonna have to do more. I did use this palette one time for a look, and I did post a video of that. So, but like the pigmentation here is good. The Natural Love palette, that I love this palette. It has a bunch of, like I said, neutral colors. Look at that. I love it. A lot of people did not like this palette, but I don't know if they got like a bad one, but I love this palette. It has a lot of transition colors, dark shadows, shimmer colors. You can do a lot of like either smoky eye or a natural eye on here, or even a romantic eye. So I love this palette so much. This is an Urban Decay Shadow Box palette. This is such a old, I keep this for keepsakes because it was like, I was so excited to get a high-end eyeshadow palette, and I got it because Nicole Guerrero did a review on this palette years ago, and you can tell that it's loved. I loved this palette so much. Naked Heat palette, I love this palette too. Very, let's see if I can get it. Very reddy, the red and orange, good for fall colors. I love this palette. I haven't been able to use it much just because of my other palettes. I got this for last Christmas. It's a beautiful palette, very great pigmentation. This Tarte palette, let's see. Okay, so all shimmer colors. I love this palette. It also smells like chocolate. It only comes with one transition color, and then all like metallic, beautiful colors. Satin, that highlight color. I use this when I need, I know I need a shimmer color on my lid. This is where I go to. You can tell that I use wings a lot, and that's a beautiful color. And beautiful packaging. I use this to mix my foundations in. Probably not a good idea, but it's beautiful packaging. Another ColourPop palette. I bought this. I didn't choose the colors, it just came with it. I don't remember the name of it. They don't have anything about what it's called. It's one of their original ones when they first came out, so I'm not quite sure. If you guys remember, let me know. But it's beautiful. I like their single shadows as well. This is a ColourPop face palette with Alexis Run collaboration. I use this palette a lot. You can tell it's dirty, so I'm not going to go much further. And then the shadow palette Moonstruck by Unique. I actually like their shadows. I don't like a lot of their products, but their shadows are beautiful. And of course, neutral colors. Beautiful. Look at that pigmentation. If you can see it. My zoom sucks. Okay, not paying attention to it. But look, it's all shimmery and beautiful. It's definitely worth it. I had another one, but I gave it to my sister. It had purples in it, but I'm more of a neutral girl, like I said. So that's actually my last palette, guys. So yeah, even though not a lot was talking about. Well, not like a lot of me. So I know a lot of people like to watch the eyeshadow palettes and see what people have. So yeah, that was my eyeshadow collection, and look at my little wall. After I move all this stuff is gonna be my wall for makeup and stuff. So wish me luck. It's been a crazy ride. It's been crazy. So yeah, thanks guys for so much of your support and this little break that I've had. But hopefully we can get back onto a regular routine. Hopefully, if not, then I don't know. I'll just have sporadic videos like this. So love you guys. I miss you.